Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us. I'm Peter Dubois.
And I'm Beth Jones.
First tonight, a look at some state races and local referendum results.
It will be next week before voters get the results of the Congressional District 2 race between Democrat Jared Golden and Republican Bruce Poliquin. Though Golden is currently in the lead, the Secretary of State says the ultimate result will be decided by ranked choice voting. More on that later. Meanwhile, Congressional District 1, the declared winner, Shelley Pingree, Democrat, with 203,463 votes. 97% of votes counted. That race definitely decided.
Moving on to the gubernatorial race, incumbent Democrat Janet Mills has won with 354,246 votes. Paula Page coming in with 275,708 votes.
Okay, question one involving the funds to repair and improve Pottle Field in Herman. The yeses have it with 2,100 votes there, but very little reported at this time, according to our information, so there could be more votes coming in. However, the yeses in a decided lead at this time.
And moving on to the second referendum question here for Levant, to borrow $900,000 for rescue pumps and equipment. That with more votes for yes, currently 781 to 523 votes.
The question of whether to allow Monday through Saturday liquor sales in Jonesport. The yeses with a decided lead, 431 over 160. That race appearing to be decided. Alrighty, well, as we were saying, the votes for District 2 congressional race between Democrat Jared Golden and Republican challenger Bruce Poliquin still being counted. Though Golden is currently in the lead, the Secretary of State now definitively saying that the ultimate results won't come until next week and will be decided by ranked choice voting. Our Jody Hersey has more.
It definitely looks like this race is going to ranked choice voting tabulation. We met with Maine State Police this morning. We have a plan in place for retrieval of the ballots and memory devices from more than 300 municipalities in CD2. Remember, some of those are very small and pretty far away from Augusta.
With neither candidate receiving 50% of the vote, Maine's ranked choice voting will ultimately determine whether incumbent Jared Golden or challenger Bruce Poliquin will be the next congressman for District 2.
No, this is really close. This is one of the true swing districts in the country. About 25 of these districts in the country. It's very close, yeah. We'll see where it all goes.
I like to say he's a workhorse, not a show horse. And the citizens of this district really appreciate that.
Secretary of State Shenna Bellows says both candidates, their political parties, and the media will be invited to Augusta when the ranked choice voting is tabulated.
For people who voted for Bond first and then had a second choice of either Golden or Poliquin, we're going to be reviewing that second preference, and those ballots get reallocated to Golden and Poliquin according to voter choice on those ballots.
Bellows says Mainers will know who will be their next congressman for District 2 next Tuesday. In Bangor, I'm Jody Hersey for ABC 7 and Fox 22.
Several municipalities saw referendum questions on their ballots that have big implications for residents and businesses. Our Matthew Jurancic breaks a couple down for us.
As the dust settles following Election Day, some folks in Bar Harbor, Benton, Clinton, and Fairfield can breathe a sigh of relief as their ballot questions passed.
I'm delighted. I'm grateful for the support and the participation of my fellow townspeople. We definitely won a battle.
MSAD 49 question 1 asks whether the school district should build a new school in Benton. In Bar Harbor, the question was whether they should put daily limits on cruise ship for passengers allowed in town.
We have the issue of 3 aging school buildings that have really reached their life expectancy.
For MSAD 49, voters gave the thumbs up for a new school, but they also voted no on a $1.8 million gymnasium and more bleachers for public use. Even as the school question passed by at least 400 votes, citizens are pondering this decision.
And if I was currently on the school board, I'd be wondering and trying to find out, like, and understanding why there was such a pushback against it. I mean,
likewise, the Bar Harbor ballot question passed by a narrow margin of 500 votes. This limits the number of cruise ship passengers allowed in the town to only 1,000 per day at a time.
Just when a large number visit all at once for a couple of short hours, the town becomes a circus. It's unmentionable, it's unpleasant, it's unsafe. It drives away all kinds of business.
Looking at both sides of the issue, Kugelmeyer asked whether these decisions were worth it.
The board of directors of MSAD 49 and the superintendent has to ask themselves why they had such a small margin, and are they going to be willing to work to convince taxpayers to put the people in the buildings that they need to run all these programs that they said that they want to have in the new school.
Matthew Jaroncic, ABC7 and Fox 22.
Well, there are a lot of tired city and town clerks as well as poll workers across the state of Maine today. Many of them counted ballots well into the night. Voter turnout was heavier than expected in some places, and Bangor City Clerk Lisa Goodwin says they put a lot of effort into getting ready.
This year went really well for us. The setup and everything was good. You know, there'll be little things that we will tweak for the next big election.
Goodwin says the poll workers again did a fantastic job, and she says everyone will meet Thursday to discuss various topics related to getting ready for the next election.
Members of Bangor High School hit the polls on Election Day, also as volunteers, in a partnership between the school's National Honor Society program and Advanced Placement Government and Politics class. Approximately 30 students had the opportunity to work as greeters, hand out ballots, and even register citizens to vote.
It was really cool to see all the work that went into the election and just how many people it takes to keep everything organized, how many people it takes to make this system run smoothly. So it was really cool to see how that went.
It's an operation. It's a nice, tight, effective group they have over there who communicate well to get things done.
Students we talked to said they came away with more information than what they went in with, and some plan on volunteering next time during the next election as well. So really great to be introducing students to that process even before some of them are probably even eligible to vote.
Well, it seems like an ideal way to get the youngest generations involved in the democratic process, get them engaged, get them passionate about it by introducing it to them so early. At a minimum, you hope that it would compel them to at least always exercise their right to vote, if not volunteering as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, well, let's hit pause here and take a first look at our forecast.
Thank you so much, Beth and Peter. Our first weather is brought to you by Scott's Recreations, locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. All right, so very chilly start to the day. Lots of blue colors showing up here. That means cold air has arrived. 26 degrees earlier as a low. Temperatures pretty much hovering in those 20s, even some teens in some locations. So today, definitely a day to bundle up, put on a hat or two, because high temperatures and not much warmer than that. Below average, hovering around 48 degrees earlier today in Bangor. Some mid-40s by the coast with a little bit of wind. Yeah, it feels much colder than that. We do have a little bit of a wind blowing from the south at around 5 to 10 miles per hour. That is why we do have some small craft advisories in effect until the morning hours on Friday by the coast. So if you're out and about, take extra precautions. Today, though, into tonight, temperatures will continue to drop, still above average, but hovering in those upper 30s to low 40s. Beth and Peter?
Looks like a perfect overnight to me.
Yep, absolutely. And, you know, those temperatures, while they may seem a lot colder than
by comparison, since it was 70 last week.
Looking at a recent sample size, I think that's pretty on point for this time of year.
I would say so as well. All right, well, coming up on ABC 7 News at 6, the Penobscot County Court heard arguments for the retrial of a New York man convicted of the murder and assault of 2 men in Bangor.
And Maine's Death with Dignity Act went into effect in 2019, but there are still many lingering questions surrounding the aid in dying law. We'll have those stories and much more after this.
Celebrate Maine artisans, sampling and shopping the very best of Maine-made products at the Maine Harvest Festival, Cross Insurance Center, Bangor, November 19th and 20th. Presented by the Maine Potato Board, MaineHarvestFestival.com.
Hi, my name is Tony Ruda, founder of the Senior Planning Center. There isn't a week that goes by that we don't help some Medicare recipient in their Medicare programs and save them money. The Senior Planning Center has locations and agents throughout the state of Maine. So why would you want to call an 800 number out of state when the help is right here at home? Give us a call so we can help you save money and make your Medicare decisions.
I'm 82 years old and I have collapsed arches, which means the first thing that hits the ground is the bone in my arch. I came to Comfort Shoes 4 years ago because I couldn't walk without pain. And she spent so much time on my feet getting the right shoe, and we finally found the right pair. Once you made these orthotics for me, I have no pain. These are so comfortable. I have no discomfort. I feel like I could go running, and I thank you and Comfort Shoes for that.
Hey, it's Eric from Green Bear 420. We've been in business since 2010 and going strong, so stop in and check us out. We specialize in glass art by over 100 local artists and even have live glass blowing. Plus, we carry incense, novelties, t-shirts, and hard-to-find items. We have tons of local products for the tie-dye wearing person in your circle of friends. Come see us at 531 Moosehead Trail in Newport. And remember, Green Bear 420, it's not just a store, it's a lifestyle.
It's nothing.
Sounds like something.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Pepto-Bismol coats and soothes for fast relief when you need it most.
One Prilosec OTC each morning blocks heartburn all day and all night. Prilosec OTC reduces excess acid for 24 hours, blocking heartburn before it starts. One pill a day, 24 hours, zero heartburn.
Celebrate Maine artisans, sampling and shopping the very best of Maine-made products at the Maine Harvest Festival, Cross Insurance Center, Bangor, November 19th and 20th, presented by the Maine Potato Board, MaineHarvestFestival.com.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Welcome back. The Penobscot County Court heard arguments for the potential retrial of a New York man convicted of the murder and assault of two men in Bangor. Devin Dagnall has the latest.
In 2017, Robert Hansley was convicted for murder and elevated aggravated assault. He was sentenced to 25 years to life. It was concluded that in 2015, Hansley was involved in the murder of Robert Kennedy and the injury of Barry Jenkins in a Bangor apartment on Center Street. Hansley has now requested a retrial. In his appeal, Hansley argues that there was insufficient evidence to support his convictions and that the jury was misled.
Here I have a client insistent that is what he told his attorneys, and it wasn't presented because most clients do follow the instructions of their lawyers.
Hansley now claims that the shots he fired were in self-defense, saying that the Center Street shooting was a kill or be killed situation. He also stated that his original defense attorney did not direct him to claim self-defense. Robert Ellis, the state prosecutor, argues that Hansley's new defense does not align with his original and is even, at points, in conflict with it.
The best defense they could come up with. This defense never came up prior to trial. It came up after the best defense he could have.
No decision was made today. However, the court says a decision will be rendered within 2 weeks as to whether Hansley will receive a retrial. In Bangor, I'm Devin Dagnall, reporting for ABC 7 and Fox 22.
The U.S. Department of Labor recognized 835 employers from across the nation today for their commitment to hiring veterans. In a virtual event held at the department's headquarters, Labor Secretary Marty Walsh celebrated the business's commitment to employing vets in a variety of industries.
You are employers, large, medium, and small, from every corner of our country. But you have all of one thing in common. You have proven your commitment to recruiting veterans, hiring veterans, retaining veterans in your organizations.
Among the businesses recognized here in Maine were Penobscot Job Corps Center in Bangor, General Dynamics in Bath, and Dead River Company.
Well, a local adult education program will be offering ways to learn more about a complicated and very personal law in the state of Maine. Maine's Death with Dignity Act went into effect in 2019, but today there are still many lingering questions surrounding the aid in dying law. The Gray New Gloucester Adult Education Program has offered online adult ed seminars throughout the year on the topic, and it's a chance for Mainers to learn from the convenience of their own home what the law is all about and who qualifies. Executive Director Val Lovelace says the online classes help people obtain a better understanding of the law and ways to talk about this sensitive topic with their doctors.
The law is fairly new, and so we just feel it's really important to make sure that people have the facts they need to make an informed decision. Whether they choose to use the law or not is entirely up to them. But it's really important to me to make sure people have the correct information before they decide what they need to do for themselves.
Well, as it turns out, today was the last free online course about the law for this year. But Lovelace says more will be offered next year. And until then, Mainers can learn more by logging on to maindeathwithdignity.org.
And still to come on ABC 7 News at 6, how a local Good Samaritan is making sure no child in her community goes cold.
And in sports, Maine football may have lost one of their best players for the season, but his replacement was pretty impressive in his first game. We'll have that story right after the break.
I'm Jay Pearl from Carroll Harper & Associates, Maine's most experienced Medicare health plans agency. Every day we hear how complicated navigating the Medicare maze can be. Let us help. From enrolling in Medicare to finding the right Medicare health plan, we are your go-to agency. We represent Martins Point Generations Advantage and other Medicare health plans that meet our quality standards. There's no cost or obligation for our services, so call Carroll Harper & Associates today.
Al, did you make that call?
Honey, we already have Medicare. Why do I need to call?
Alan, the Feldman said we may be able to get additional benefits with a Medicare Advantage plan right here in our zip code with $0 monthly premiums.
Honey, what do you mean additional benefits? We turned 65, we got Medicare. That's all there is to it, right?
I'm talking about Medicare Part C, commonly called Medicare Advantage. We have traditional Medicare, which is only Medicare Parts A and B, but not Part C.
Wait. So not everyone on Medicare is a Part C plan?
No, that's why we need to call, because there may be plans available with additional benefits that aren't covered under Medicare Parts A and B. We don't have a Medicare Part C plan which covers everything in Part A and Part B plus extra benefits in Medicare Part C.
What kind of extra benefits?
There are great plans that may be available with extra benefits like dental, vision, and hearing.
Did you say dental?
Yes, dental. Medicare Part C plans could include dental benefits that help cover routine dental exams and teeth cleanings, plus dental x-rays, fillings, gum disease treatment, and dentures.
We need that. I'm calling.
If you don't have a Medicare Part C plan, call now because there may be plans with additional benefits available that are simply not covered under Medicare Parts A and B, like routine dental coverage. If you're on Medicare, you can call even if you called last year. We will check to see if there is a Part C plan available in your area with additional benefits. You don't get a plan with additional benefits automatically. If you're losing coverage, moving, or new to Medicare, call to speak with a licensed insurance agent. Remember, you don't get Medicare Part C benefits automatically. Call now for your free 2022 no-obligation Medicare benefits review. Call 800-413-8094. 800-413-8094.
Tonight's Sports is brought to you by Herman Motor Company. Whether you're looking for a new vehicle or to have your current vehicle serviced or detailed, Herman Motor Company has it all.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. We will start on the gridiron. For Maine football, going has been a little tough lately. They dropped their third straight over the weekend, but they looked very good against a tough URI team, and one of the silver linings in that one was the way freshman Rohan Jones has filled the big shoes of Sean Bowman. Ryan Sudol has that story.
It's been a tough couple weeks for Maine football. Their game against Rhode Island Saturday was their third straight loss.
Really like how we controlled the game for the most part. I thought in the second half we
did not do that.
Plus, in their game against Richmond 2 weeks ago, they lost their leading receiver, senior tight end Sean Bowman, for the season with a leg injury.
Yeah, obviously, that was tough. It's captain on this team, a big leader. Obviously, we use him a lot.
But his long-term replacement is already making waves. Against URI, freshman tight end Rohan Jones caught his first career touchdown in his first career start.
I motioned, I faked the block on the rolls where it went to the end of the zone for the catch. I knew at one point in the game, it was going to come down to him making a play, and he did.
A Montreal native, Jones first entered the program in January as a wide receiver.
He's had to learn 2 different positions in 1 year, so, it's a lot to ask for him, but, he's done a nice job with it.
Pound for pound, probably one of our strongest guys on the team. It brings energy, consistency, probably far beyond a lot of guys his age from maturity level.
And Jones credits his early success with the player who he is succeeding.
I consider him like a second coach because he's been here a while. He's played a lot of football, and he's really a good mentor for me. So, just the physicality aspect of the position, I learned from him.
Jones and the rest of the team will put that physicality to the test Saturday as they try to beat Albany for the 8th straight time. To be the top dogs in this year's battle with the Great Danes, the Black Bears are keeping their attention in-house.
They're a good team, a lot of good players, but, looking really focused on ourselves this week.
I think we're confident going in. We just need to keep working on ourselves, not to worry about what they do, just do what we do best and keep rolling against them.
The Black Bears game against Albany takes place this Saturday at noon at Albany. In Orono, I'm Ryan Sudol, Fox 22, ABC 7.
Thanks for that, Ryan. Looking forward to see what the Black Bears can do against the Great Danes. We're going to stay with some football now. No games for the Patriots this week. They are on a bye, sitting at 5-4, just over halfway through the year. Pretty good spot heading into the off week, right? Pats held their lone practice of the week on Wednesday. Just attendance-wise, David Andrews back at practice. That is huge for that offensive line. Now, there's a lot to discuss. If you're the Patriots, while the record shouldn't really surprise anyone, it's been quite the first half of the year, losing Mac Jones early, then winning the next 2 games with rookie 4th-rounder Vic Bailey-Zappi, and now winning 2 straight with Jones after that weird Monday night loss. So some discussions surrounding the quarterback position and what to do moving forward, but Belichick says lately the way they've been taking care of the ball has been good to see.
One of the best things we've done in the last couple of weeks is take care of the football in the passing game, especially. We've had it stripped out, but in terms of the passing game, we've kept the ball from being intercepted and really from the defense getting their hands on very many of them, and that's a good thing.
All right, looking forward to see what they can do when they get back in action against the Jets. A big AFC East matchup coming next week. Again, nothing this week. That is all the time we have for sports, though. Here is Conrad Sapinski with your full 5-day forecast. Conrad?
Thank you so much, Tyler. Our main weather today is brought to you by Diversified Ink Tattoo Studios in Penobscot Plaza in Bangor, providing custom ink by licensed artists for over 20 years. All right, another clear day outside. Just a few passing clouds. More of the cloud cover is up to the north. There's actually some blue showing up there. Not a scene we're used to, but that is snow, as lots of cold air has finally moved in. We've been really spoiled with these 60s and 70s the last several weeks. Now, a little turn of events. We do have some snow showers into Canada, some heavier snow. Most of that will continue to be up and north of our state. If anything, the northern part will get a couple of flurries. For us, though, in Bangor, not looking too bad. Just a good amount of cloud cover the next couple of days. But more chances of showers do arrive Friday morning, especially into Friday night into Saturday. That's when the rain's really going to ramp up. So bring out those umbrellas and those rain shoes because we'll get a good amount of rain. We're thinking anywhere close to an inch, maybe more in some locations, especially north. Look at North Maine. Lots of rain. Those red colors are showing places might get over 2.5 inches of rain. So definitely needed rain, but still a hassle for our day. And as that rain starts to move in, dew points will rise as well. That means it'll feel sticky outside, not as comfortable as it's been feeling the last couple of days. But like I said, by Saturday into Sunday, those dew points will be very low. So once again, for Sunday into beginning of next week, we'll have dew points feeling very, very comfortable. Now let's talk about temperatures. So we had election day yesterday, lots of red and orange colors moving in from the south, And then behind it is some blue colors. You see what I did there? But yeah, those blue colors are some colder air that's moving in from the north. Canada's into some single digits right now. They're actually going to get a good amount of snowfall the next couple of days. For us, still looking pretty good. We do have a little bit of a taste of cooler air, but in general, by Washington, temperatures are still near to above average. Our high temperatures today, we're feeling pretty chilly, 48 degrees as a high, even some mid-40s by the coast with a little bit of wind. Felt much cooler than that. Our average should be around 49 degrees, so today, pretty much average. But look what happens into tomorrow, into Friday, right in time for the weekend on Saturday. Yes, once again, those warmer temperatures will be back before a cold front comes in. Then Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, temperatures really take a turn. Like I mentioned, and pretty big changes are on the way. Temperature trends will be below average by next week. Tonight, though, temperatures will continue to drop. Still above freezing, but hovering in those mid-30s under a partly cloudy sky. And our extended forecast outlook does show lots of warm temperatures all the way through Saturday. Then we get some more chances of rain, especially Friday night into Saturday. By Sunday, temperatures cool off, and then Monday, even cooler temperatures hovering in those low to mid-40s. Beth and Peter?
So we've been spoiled with super mild, sunny weekends for quite a while now. Now we're facing a little bit of rain.
Yep.
Maybe it'll, kind of force you to just stay home and relax for a change.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Good opportunity to just enjoy the weekend, maybe read a book or something.
Binge watch something.
Lots of good ideas.
All right. Well, still more to come after the break. Stay with us.
You've probably seen those ads on TV with the out-of-state 800 number that look like information from Medicare. Some even suggest that your zip code will get you more benefits or even money back. You guessed it, those ads are misleading. So don't call that out-of-state 800 number when your help is right here at home. Do what I did and call the Senior Planning Center. They have trusted professionals all over Maine.
Call the Senior Planning Center at 223-6565. That's 223-6565.
However you spend your day, spend it in style. At Label Shopper, you'll find designer brands for 30 to 70% less than department stores. With prices this low, you can grab all your favorite styles.
Label Shopper, great clothes, great prices.
Do you have leaky pipes? Are you planning a plumbing job? Is your heating system working right? Are you designing a plumbing project? Then contact Harley's Plumbing and Heating Plus.
If your toilet will not flush, Harley will be there in a rush. Furnace bit the dust today. Harley crew is on the way. Harley Plumbing, Harley Heating. 990-2200.
Call now.
Harley!
Call or visit online.
So you're 45. That's the perfect age to see some old friends, explore new worlds, and to start screening for colon cancer. Yep, with colon cancer rising in adults under 50, the American Cancer Society recommends starting to screen earlier, at age 45. I'm Cologuard, a non-invasive way to screen at home on your schedule, and I find 92% of colon cancers. I'm for people 45 plus at average risk for colon cancer, not high risk. False positive and negative results may occur. Ask your provider if Cologuard is right for you.
Official message from Medicare.
Let's give her a minute before we start. You know how she is.
Y'all check your Medicare plans? It's open enrollment.
No, why?
Because plans change each year. So can your health. Make sure you choose the right plan for you and your budget. You might save some money or get a few extras.
What I missed?
Lady, you ask the same question every week.
Open enrollment ends December 7th. Compare plans at Medicare.gov. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Tonight, the high-stakes races, some historic, from governors to Congress, as votes are counted. Who will be in control? For election results, Americans turn to ABC, the #1 newscast on television. World News Tonight with David Muir.
Welcome back. A local Good Samaritan is making sure no child in her community goes cold. Wanda Levitt has been donating handmade mittens to the Patricia A. Duran Elementary School for at least 7 years now. That is according to the school's principal, Melissa Davis. Levitt's most recent contribution to the school was bag filled to the brim with 50 assorted gloves.
We have a lot of students that, they come to school and they may have home lives at home where we're just not able to provide them with the clothing that they need for winter. So for those families that are really struggling, a pair of mittens can mean a lot.
According to Davis, the Herman School is just one of a few that Levitt donates to, and those donations can last them for years. So just a really thoughtful way to give back to their community, and something that, you wouldn't really think about maybe that,
Well, it seems like such a small thing, except if you don't have anything to cover your hands with in the dead of winter, having a pair of mittens absolutely means the world. And when you think about all the labor that goes into making those, it's clearly coming from the heart that you put that much effort into just helping people you don't even know.
Yeah, it's just amazing.